Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Financially Forever After, a Love and Money podcast. We are your hosts, Lindsey and
Brett the Moneymaker Shunkwiler.
Here to offer some tips about relationship. Maybe not always tips, maybe just talking about what's going on in relationships.
Advice. You ask me, you ask me random stuff sometimes. I'm like, what does this mean? I have no idea what that means.
I like to talk to you about trending stories sometimes that you have no idea what I'm talking
That's
about.
100% accurate.
But then on the flip side, you like to ask me things about what?
Financial terms, retirement terms, just retirement questions in general, stuff that, I try to break it down to say, what are the layman's version of it?
Exactly.
Because you don't understand all of the jargon.
No.
And I try to teach people
You do.
the ins and outs.
And I like to say, break it down.
Break it down.
Tell
down.
me how that means.
Tell me how that means. Tell me
how it means. Tell me
what that means to us.
to a normal person who does not have a financial background.
Correct.
So yeah. So I'm representing our team today, but here's the thing.
Go volleyball.
Volleyball. Our football team's letting us down.
Yep.
We said we had the curse of the Chicago Cubs. Whoever put the curse on the Cubs put it on the Nebraska Cornhuskers as well, because we are real bad. We've been real bad. Our kids have never seen them good. That's what's sad.
I mean, we started off good and then reality kicked in and it's like, you are who you are. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But we still have volleyball.
We still have volleyball. So there was a joke going around that the O-line, is that what they're called?
Offensive line, that is correct, yes.
Had to go to the Husker volleyball practices to learn how to block. So the girls, the Nebraska volleyball girls represent showing those boys how to block. The other joke I said, it was a reel that I sent it to you. It was so funny. The Jets must be in the same slump.
Yeah,
as the
Jets
Huskers.
are not good.
So a guy was interviewing fans coming out, and a teenager, probably our son's age, and the kid's face was just like, and he's like, "What do you think of your team?" And he's like, "They suck." He goes, "Here's the thing. I was born into this. And they suck, and there's nothing I can do." And he was just so frustrated. And the dad's just shaking his head like, "I know, I'm sorry."
I did this to him.
I feel like our kids, they're just born into it.
Oh, in the 90s. Oh, I was so torn apart when our Husker football team lost.
Yep.
In the 90s.
And
now
it's like
another
Saturday.
It's just, I don't get emotional anymore, and it's really sad.
No,
it's like,
the volleyball team loses.
I wish we were better. And that's, volleyball. Why would we ever lose that?
I mean,
I don't like that.
That stuff's entertaining.
Oh, absolutely.
Those girls are beasts, so in a good way.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I wouldn't say beasts. They're amazing athletes, but yes.
Yeah, beasts on the court though.
Okay. They dominate.
Yeah. They are crushing it. So let's get into the relationship stuff today.
Okay.
So today's kind of a fun, cool episode, because we're actually going to be...
Aren't they all cool?
Well, they're always cool, but it's a different twist to it, because rather than us bringing the topics, we've had listeners write in. These are questions that some of the listeners want to know. So we're going to cover some of the listener questions for relationship first.
Okay.
And then we are going to hit some of the finance questions that they had asked. So let's get it started. Again, we're not relationship experts. You're a financial expert. I'm not. But we're not relationship experts. We've been together a very long time. We don't always get it right. We're still a work in progress, but we can offer our advice as far as a married couple who's been together quite a long time.
I mean, how many years we got now? So 6, 7, 8?
23 years together.
Yeah, years together, yes.
And then going on 18 years marriage. Oof. So we've essentially grown up together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We've been together longer than apart.
Yeah, that is true.
Lucky you.
I know. So lucky. So let's get into these questions. So Laura wrote in, she said, is regarding their relationship, that her and her husband have totally different love languages. Can that actually work long term? So we have talked about love languages in the past, and how it's kind of, I think it's fun, but also kind of a crucial idea to figure out your love languages, because it helps in how you interact with each other and how you learn how each other accepts affection and love.
So what is the different love languages? Because it's from a book that you read at some point.
Yep. So act of service, act of touch, the
It's like being together or something.
affirmation. What was the other one?
Mhm.
Act of service, act of touch, words of affirmation. There's two more. We're not either of the last two. So, gifts, giving.
Mm.
And then there's one more. So I don't know what that one is. I forget. But I think, what are your thoughts on that? You know what my level
I think that's
is.
easy. I mean, you don't have to have the same love language by any
don't.
means. No, not at any capacity. I don't say opposites. They can't really be opposites. There's 5 of them, but
But we're opposites in a lot of ways in our relationship too.
yeah. I mean, the thing is you love each other. You get along. You can, I think it's, can you laugh together?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, do you make each other laugh? Do you enjoy doing things together? It doesn't have to be like what you enjoy doing. It's got to be enjoy doing something together with the other person. Like you love concerts.
Yeah.
I could stay home and it'd be perfectly fine. I never need to go to another concert in my life, and I'd be perfectly fine. But I know that you love
the Keith Urban concert.
Yeah, I got it for you. But you love, so I went for you. So I enjoyed it through your eyes, not through my eyes. I was fine being at home. But through your eyes, because it makes you happy to have me there with you, and it's enjoyable, and I enjoy that. And
I mean, Keith Urban would have been flirting with me all night, so good thing you were there.
No, of course. I was so stressed out.
So back to her question. So Laura, we totally think that having different love languages is doable. Actually, I almost think sometimes that might be better too, because if they are different, I think it could get stagnant and boring if it's the same. Like,
You're both like the same stuff all the time.
It's physical touch. It's like we're always glued together. That would be annoying.
Glued together.
Yeah, because we're always touching.
Siamese twins. It's like you're Siamese twins.
Hug me. I think maybe why she's asking, so for instance, yours is touch and I am not touch. Maybe she's asking because her husband might be over touching or like wanting too much affection.
Who knows? Maybe she's the ultra touchy one.
But I would say definitely have those conversations to say, maybe there's like a code word, like, hey, I'm really not in the mood to be hugged, or,
What about if you started with I feel?
I feel this way when you touch me too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those, it's so true though. It's like every time your husband or significant other goes by and hits your butt and you get so annoyed and you're like, stop slapping my butt.
But then, go ahead.
And then the time you don't do it, we're like, what? Why aren't you slapping my butt? Is it not cute anymore? So it could be one of those things where if you lose it, then you're going to miss it. So
Very true.
So there's our advice for you. Just figuring out not only the differences and what makes it work. So if you're a words of affirmation, maybe having him leave you little love notes around the house or whatever it may be, and then you doing specifically something for him in regards to his love languages to make that connection grow stronger. Second question is coming from Kim. She says, what do you do when your partner's idea of quality time is watching TV while you talk to yourself?
Wait a second.
Talking to yourself, first of all. Like, talk to yourself on the phone, talk to yourself out loud.
How? I don't even understand that. While you talk to yourself, you're like, so you're watching a show, and I'm just like, hey, Brett, how you doing today? Oh, I'm doing really good.
A little facetious with how she, just as a figure of speech. I'm talking to myself because he's obviously not paying attention to me. I think she's probably looking for maybe some conversation from her significant other.
Okay, yes.
And he's just busy being in the TV. I get that. Come football days.
Hold your horses there.
Zeroed in.
That's not true. Only for 3.5 hours. Just gamed it. And you should be enjoying it with me like I do your concerts.
I'll sit and read my book. It's a great time.
You just don't talk to yourself.
No, I don't talk to myself. But I honestly think it works because we're together we're sitting together, maybe cuddling, I'm reading, you're busy watching football, and it works. So maybe there's something you would enjoy doing. Maybe you like to crochet. I almost said croquet. Crochet. Maybe you like to read. I don't know, color in an adult coloring book. I don't know what it is. Sit there with him and just be with him.
Croquet.
Or maybe if it's a TV show, maybe it's something you both can enjoy together. Half hour of something he wants to watch, half hour of something she wants to watch. And you have to have that compromise.
Well, what we do sometimes, it's been a while since we watched a movie together, but what we do is like I'll pick one time and then you pick one the next time. Like, all right, you're getting an action movie over here and you're going to get some type of rom-com.
Absolutely. Or comedy. We like comedies together.
Mystery. I like mystery too.
We like mystery. So yeah, come up with that compromise. Again, if it's just a short show, 30 minutes, maybe set some time together, like right before bed. This is our conversation time. We can talk to each other about how our days was. It could just become a thing where maybe that's his decompression. It's watching a show, zoning out, turning everything off. Maybe he just needs that downtime to do that.
But maybe she needs time together, and that's what she's saying. Yeah, and so you need like, hey, let's go take a walk, or let's do a puzzle, or let's do something else together. So then they can have their time to just sit and chill.
I like it. So there you go. That's our words for advice. I think I'll do one more today, and we'll save maybe the next few for future episodes. This one's about communication. So my partner is obsessed with winning fights. How do I explain that I'm not keeping score? I just want peace. This is from Ashley, by the way. So thank you, Ashley, for writing that in, because we've talked about communication. We've talked about how you and I are not always the best about winning and losing and just saying I might not agree with you, but I'm just gonna say I'm sorry you feel that way and walk away.
Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Oh,
I've done that.
You just walked away?
Yeah, I've walked away a lot because I was like, get out of my face. I'm gonna say something I don't want to say. So yeah, I definitely.
Oh, I walk away. Yeah.
I'll go take a bath. Like that's my decompression. I'll go take a bath and.
Well, earlier today, you were getting on me about something, and I go, you just need to stop talking about this subject. You're frustrating me right now.
And what did I do?
She stopped. It was glorious. And then things got better after that, because then we went on to our day, and then 5 minutes later, we're talking normal again. So
we're learning from our own podcast.
We're teaching ourselves.
And
and getting better. Look at that.
But what would you say to her then for her partner wanting to always win the fights? Like that's advice maybe she can take to heart, but what if he isn't in the same boat?
Well, I think back to what we've learned from past counseling and past other, learning opportunities is use those words, I feel. Like when you do this, I feel this way, because they can't take away your feeling. They can't take away how you feel. So I feel that we're disengaged when you are constantly watching a show at night.
Oh, you're on the wrong question. The winning the arguments.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. Getting in the past. Yeah. Okay, so winning the arguments.
He's 40s now.
42. Looking all right for 42. Let's go. Okay, so winning the arguments. I think in regards to winning our arguments, sometimes it's just best to walk away, and you got to know when to walk away. It's kind of like that Kenny Rogers song. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. Sometimes I'm running fast.
Of wisdom.
Yeah, go to Kenny Rogers. Yeah, R.I.P.
Loggins?
No, Rogers. R.I.P. Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers.
So anyway, yeah, it's just you got to know to say, hey, guess what? This is not going to end well.
Yeah.
I've seen this story happen before. It is best for me in this situation to walk away, because regardless if I'm right or regardless if I'm not right, this can only get worse from here.
Yeah.
And you need to de-escalate the situation, bring it back when you're both more calm or can talk about it and say, hey, are we at a point that we can talk about it again? And then maybe you do. And if not, then you give it a little more time.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah.
What do you think? Any other opinion in that?
I'm with you. The thing is, I feel like earlier on in our relationship, we felt more like we needed to win. We have to be right. We have to prove we're right. And you have to get the person to see that you're right.
And here's why.
And here's why. And then they just don't agree with you and you just get more pissed off. But as we age, we are growing in our wisdom in our old age. And yeah, I feel like there's times now I don't even need you to think the same thing I'm thinking. Just acknowledge, like you said, I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'm sorry you feel this way. I'm sorry if, fill in the blank. It's not you admitting that you were wrong, and it's not admitting I'm right, but it's saying, I apologize if I hurt your feelings, and vice versa. Like you're acknowledging that person was hurt. They were upset. Again, you're not waving, you're waving the white flag, but it's not a battle you're winning, if that makes sense.
It's not a battle worth fighting, honestly.
Doing, the Switzerland, let's just keep the peace. We want to acknowledge each other's feelings and then move on. That's all there is to it, I would say. Yep. Some situations can be bigger than others, but for the most part, it works for most cases.
Sometimes it's a bigger issue at hand.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And in which case, you might want to seek counseling for those issues. So thank you so much to those listeners that wrote in. If you do have additional questions regarding relationship, again, we're not experts, but we do like to talk about things and maybe offer our opinions, and maybe other listeners can chime in as well. But if they have those questions, where can they ask them?
What a great question.
I thank you.
I think you should go to the website, financiallyforeverafter.com. Ask a question, leave a comment. You can actually apply for a 15-minute consultation with one of my two advisors or myself, and we can talk on the financial terms. Now, the relationship terms, bring it up. We'll have some commentary, questions, whatnot. We're not experts in that area, but on the financial area, I can help you out in that area.
And maybe the financial stuff is what's causing the issues in the relationship.
Yeah, could be. So could be a twofer.
You can also follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok.
Spotify? Do we do Spotify?
Listen on Spotify.
Listen on Spotify. Okay.
Apple. So yeah, make sure you're liking those reels and those videos that we post. Add those comments there. You can also private message us. Again, we would be happy to address some of those questions on future episodes. So let's kick it off on the questions in the finance side today. What do you have for questions?
All right. So Carl here says, I feel like prices keep going up, but my paycheck hasn't. How am I supposed to budget for that?
That's a good question, because you talked about inflation the last couple of weeks. So maybe Carl is referring to that episode.
What do you think we should do?
Ooh.
What's the layman's version answer?
So if I feel like prices keep going up, but my paycheck hasn't, how am I supposed to budget for that? Okay. So yeah, I mean, everything, groceries, gas, everything. I think knowing what your paycheck is, obviously sitting down and having maybe a budget sheet, those are easily accessible online. You can find those anywhere. But taking out the necessities, you need to eat, you need your house payments, your electrical bills, all the necessities, and planning that budget. And then from there, taking a look of what's left over and see what you have as far as entertainment and things like that, maybe a trip or whatnot, but seeing what's left over.
Yeah.
Am I on the right track?
There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a wrong answer.
Oh, good.
In any capacity.
Good.
So
you're not saying it's a right answer.
I'm not. Yeah. The thing is, there can be lots of answers in regards to this.
It's like choosing C on a multiple.
Yeah.
Or all of
B
the above.
or C. Yeah. All of the above. So the thing is we don't know how old Carl is. We don't know if he's in retirement or not in retirement.
It says paycheck, but he could be getting a retirement.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah. I mean, it could say, hey, I'm getting Social Security, or I'm getting, might consider that a paycheck, or maybe he's getting a pension check or something of that nature, and it might not be enough anymore.
Sure.
So the big thing is you need to establish the fundamentals first, so this is not hopefully a problem. And I say the fundamentals is your goal before you save any excess money into retirement accounts should be, I want to have 3 to 6 months of my gross annual earned income liquid. That's a big mouthful there.
Yeah.
What that means is, make it simple. Let's say you're making $100,000 a year.
Do 50 for easy math.
People can do easy math off 100 better than 50.
But tell me, Okay, you say 3 months, but it is a hard economy. What if people can't do 3 months? That's a lot of income to try to save up.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I'm talking 3 to 6, you're talking 30,000 to 60,000 if you're making 100. Obviously, if it's half of that, then it's half of that. Pretty simple. Making 50, then it's half that. So, big pictures, that doesn't mean it's just sitting in your checking account. You could say have checking, have saving, though they earn about the same interest these days. Like, there's no real point of having one over the other. Like, they do the same thing, or same rate of return, I should say. But from there, you say, well, I could have some stocks, or I could have some mutual funds, or I could have some ETFs, which is exchange traded funds. It's just liquid, available, accessible, that could be invested in the stock market. But if times get tough, you can pull out of that.
Yeah. Is there penalties, big penalties?
Not in those ones.
Okay.
Not as long as you keep it not tied to a Roth account, not tied to an IRA, not tied to some type of retirement account. Because for those retirement accounts, you have to wait to 59 and a half before, well, if it's an IRA, you got 5 years of 59 and a half, whichever is longer on the Roths. But anyway, you have to wait to a certain time before you can access them if it's in a retirement account. But if you keep those types of money liquid prior to that, you could use any of those for inflation or inflationary purposes. The other thing is, there's really only a couple ways to make sure you're going to be fine on the basis of, hey, expenses are rising. You can either spend less, make more, work more. So if you think, hey, I've been working my butt off, boss, I need to go ask for a raise. I've done X, Y, and Z over the last 6 months. Here's a reason I think I deserve a raise. I'd like a $2 raise or $1 raise or whatever is equivalent for you in that field. You can ask for that, but that would be a way to kind of stay, ahead of the inflation curve. The other thing is if you are close to retirement and in retirement, there's investment products that you can get into that give you an increasing income stream in retirement. Now, I'm not saying this is right for you in any capacity, but there are annuities that will have an increasing income stream every year. If your indexes that you choose go up, you would get a raise and get a raise and get a raise. There's other investment products that also get a raise that aren't annuities as well. So you can help yourself out via some of those investment products, but it just depends on where you're at in life. Are you retired? Are you not retired? So I would need more information to be direct in that answer, but there's some basics for you, I guess.
That's why you have that questionnaire he can fill out.
Ask a question. That's why I hop on for the 15-minute consultation.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any other questions financial-wise that you received?
Okay. So, one question that popped in here is, and we talked a little bit on this is probably what prompted the question here in one of the last couple episodes, did I totally miss the boat on AI stocks or crypto, or is there still a chance to get in?
Ooh, that's a good question because, you talked about.
What do you think? Let's go with you first on your thoughts, and then I'll give you mine.
Okay. So you talked about, AI being that there's certain products that they need. So like microchips and things like that.
Semiconductors, yes.
I know there was a term for it.
Yeah.
Obviously the stocks are probably going up because of AI.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to get in when it's hot, do you? But also if you wait, it might get even hotter. So maybe, get in.
You're like, I don't know. I'm with him, right?
They're obviously going to be at higher cost than they were 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, we would have loved to get in crypto when it was, $5 per crypto.
Yeah.
And now it's, I don't know, 112,000,
right.
If not, give or take some every day. It's volatile.
Yeah.
Be super rich if that was the case. But, I kind of think of it, and it's been explained to me as well, as think of it as a 9-inning baseball game, right? And where is crypto at in the cycle of the baseball game right now? It's still going through really the federal government for regulations as of this point in time, and they're finding a way to regulate it more and more every single year. More, crypto type of ETFs and XRP ETFs are, being released. And
what?
That's just a crypto term. That's one of the cryptos you could get into.
Okay.
So there's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, there's XRP, there's Solana, there's
thank you for
Cardano.
Layman's.
There's 5 or 6 big, think of them as the Amazon, the Google, the Facebook, those ones, that's it of the crypto world. It's some of the ones I just mentioned there. and there is some maybe stocks that you can get into that invest in like 4 or 5 of those larger ones. And that could be something that they look into or get into now.
What
Because
about the smaller ones that maybe have a chance to get
okay,
that big?
okay. So there's some. So I seen this the other day, and I'm like, "Are you?" Because you have your meme coins. A meme coin's like Dogecoin, and they have SHIB, which is like a cat. So they're like, they don't really have any weird or significant value, like they do anything worthwhile. Because a lot of these crypto coins, like they could actually help in some capacity, but these other ones are just random weird coins that people invest in and buy and sell, and you can still make money off of it.
Pokemon coins?
Yeah, in essence, kind of in essence. So the one that I seen recently, it was named Fart Coin.
What? That's got to be a joke.
No, it's not. I could bring it up. It's
Fart coin?
Fart Coin.
What do you do with it? It's like my fart coin trumps your cat coin.
Yeah, probably. So
That's
there's different values associated with these. So you can invest in this stuff, and it could be very worthwhile. Now, granted, I'm not saying the fart coin would be, or some of the I have not looked into that. Yeah, it's like, all right, it's the teenagers create this stuff, but some of it has significant value. So in thinking, will it be around long term? Now, granted, I can't offer advice on cryptos because I'm not, being regulated in the way that I am. I can't tell you invest in this or not invest in this. So keep in mind, as you're hearing this, do at your own discretion. But should you want to invest in it, where I consider it to be in the, kind of the baseball terms, a 9-inning game, I think it's really in about the second to third inning, which means there's a whole lot more way to go. Would I have a different opinion if we had a different commander-in-chief right now? Yeah, probably I would. But the one that we have in play, he's very pro crypto. He says we're going to be the crypto capital of the world, I believe. So we'll see if that's true or not, but they are doing things to develop it, to have it become more of a thing moving forward. But all of those, as you asked, those smaller coins, super ultra risky. Yeah. So if you're like, oh, I'm going to get rich and I'm going to strike it rich by investing in all these penny coins, something less than that,
Right.
I would not. I would not invest tons of money in those. If you're going to do some of the bigger ones that have been around for a while, I think those are much more stable and better chance of winning. Doesn't mean that 1 out of 100 of those crazy ones might.
They eventually made a comeback, and maybe one of these coins will have a Cubs moment. You never know.
Maybe the Husker football team will come back too.
Side of the AI stocks, then, is there any maybe stocks that are maybe cheaper right now that might eventually have their moment also, where you can get in cheap now and grow?
So, as I look at, there's what you call technical indicators. So technical indicators within a stock, they trend and they operate within a certain pattern. So they go up and then they go down. They go up and they go down. But there's this range, kind of this pattern that they trade within. So there's ways for us to figure out if it's overbought or if it's oversold. There's things called Bollinger Bands, and there's candlestick patterns and various different trading terms that I know that you won't know what they mean.
Candlestick sounds fun, though. I think I know what that is.
Well, a candle. I know you know what a candlestick is.
Does it look like a candlestick? Is that why?
No, that's not it. That's not it in any capacity.
I was like, oh, it looks like a candle.
So you have to know how to do technical analysis to be able to tell when you think it's overbought or oversold. And the thing is wherever you're at feeling that the market is, if you think that the market has market euphoria and it's way up right now, and a lot of people are like, everything's up, it's good, it's great to be in right now, that is the time to sell.
Interesting.
If the market is way down and everybody's panicked, fantastic.
Don't sell.
Buy.
Oh, buy.
You want to buy. You do the opposite. It's, kind of the Warren Buffett. It's the contrarian approach. Yeah. Is you do, opposite of what everybody's feeling.
Warren
it's
Buffett,
the feel.
Represent.
Oracle
of Omaha.
Nebraska. All day. So there's just some tips for you.
Okay, that's interesting. Awesome. Do you have any other questions you want to go over today, or you want to save them for next?
Let's just save them for next time. I think that's good enough.
Well, those are great questions. Again, thank you so much for writing in. We love that our listeners are starting to want to find out some more information. So we appreciate your questions and also feedback, comments that you want to write in on. And again, we'll hopefully be able to address those on future episodes as well. One more time, if they do have those questions, where can they ask them?
Go to the website, financially, 4, everafter.com, financiallyforeverafter.com. Ask a question, leave a comment, or apply for a 15-minute consultation to have myself chat with you for 15 minutes or one of my advisors.
Yep, and all those social media platforms as well. Again, make sure if you're watching us on YouTube, you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future episodes. And we thank you again for joining us on another episode of Financially Forever After, a Love and Money podcast.
Securities offered through Great Point Capital, LLC, member SIPC. Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Acadia Life Insurance. Shunkwiler Financial is an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through AE Wealth Management, LLC, acronym AEWM, a registered investment advisor. AEWM does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Acadia Life Insurance are not subject to investment advisor requirements. AEWM and Acadia Life Insurance are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast show is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. Shunkwiler Financial is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein, provided by third parties, have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Shunkwiler Financial.